to break the sickle cycle. My name is Miss Regina, your number one sickle cell advocate. Someone may ask, what at all is sickle cell disease? And that is why I am here today. Sickle cell is a disease. It is a genetic disorder that is being inherited from an affected parent or parent. This affects the red constituent of the blood, that is the red blood cells. The abnormal red blood cell of a sickle cell patient assumes the sickle rigid shape instead of the normal flat disc or the donut shape. The disease happens as a result of an abnormal hemoglobin, that is the protein containing iron of the blood, that is being inherited from either parent. The normal red blood cells are round, change shape, and easily move throughout the body. But the sickle red blood cells are rigid, sticky, and may block or slow down blood flow. It also contains a lesser amount of oxygen that is being required by the body. People with the sickle cell disease has the sickle-shaped red blood cells, which happens as a result of an abnormal hemoglobin, that is the protein containing iron of the blood, which is being inherited from either parent. If a single hemoglobin is being inherited from one parent, the child is tend to have the sickle cell trait. If they are inherited from both parents, the child is sickle cell positive with or without symptoms. And this brings us to the types of sickle cell diseases that we have. But the type of sickle cell disease depends on the type of hemoglobin that is inherited from your parent. Hemoglobin is the protein containing iron of the blood which transports oxygen in the red blood cell. We have so many types of hemoglobin, but based on sickle cell, we are going to be talking about three types of hemoglobin. We have the hemoglobin A, that is the normal type of hemoglobin. We have the hemoglobin S, that is the abnormal type of hemoglobin. And we have hemoglobin C, that is the moderate abnormal type of hemoglobin. We also have beta thalassemia, which is also a blood disorder which results in the reduced production of hemoglobin. Now, let's go to the types of sickle cell diseases.
We'll talk about four types of sickle cell diseases. 1. Sickle cell anemia. This is when the individual inherits two abnormal sickle cell genes from both parents. And at this time, the individual produces an abnormal sickle cell, which is S, and therefore presents with severe signs and symptoms of the condition. The second one is hemoglobin C diseases. In this type of sickle cell diseases, the individual produces an abnormal sickle cell gene plus another abnormal hemoglobin C gene, meaning the individual presents with milder signs and symptoms of the condition because the individual is able to produce some little amount of normal hemoglobin A gene. The third one is sickle cell trait. Under this type of sickle cell, the individual inherits an abnormal sickle cell gene plus a normal gene. The individual becomes a carrier in this kind or in this type of sickle cell condition and may not be affected by the condition, but can transfer the diseases to the unborn baby. The last one, which is the fourth one, is the HBS beta thalassemia. Under this type of sickle cell, the individual inherits an abnormal sickle cell gene plus beta thalassemia gene. Under the beta thalassemia, we have two types, beta plus thalassemia and beta zero thalassemia. So when the individual inherited an abnormal sickle cell gene plus beta plus thalassemia, meaning the individual has the tendency to produce some little amount of normal hemoglobin A gene, which makes the individual present with milder signs and symptoms of the sickle cell condition. But when the individual inherits the sickle cell gene plus the beta zero thalassemia, it means that the individual is not able to produce a normal gene and therefore presents with a severe form of the sickle cell gene or sickle cell condition. Thank you.
This brings us to the end of today's presentation. Drop any question that you want to ask in the comment section and it will be addressed. See you on our next episode, breaking the sickle cycle, protecting the unborn children.